So a small problem has been pointed out to me in my fretboard model, where we talk about cutting in our frets with this sketch we created up above. And what I said is that when we do this extrude, that we want to do the extent type 2 object, and that we want that object to be the face of this fretboard. Unfortunately, what I forgot about when I recorded the video was, forgive me, I created the model 2 years ago, and I'm just now documenting it. And I forgot that that method only works if you're using hidden tangs. If you try to select the face with these lines extending past the width of the fretboard and then try to extrude that down to get that curved bottom, you get an error like this. So I select that face and I get this cannot complete extrusion because the extrusion profile falls outside the boundary of the selected body. Unfortunately, I don't know any way around that. So what you have to do instead is, well, first off, if you don't absolutely care about that curved bottom in the fretboard, the only thing you can do is, instead of selecting this face as the object, you need to select the point on the end of the fretboard right here, like this. So select this point, and then it'll work, but it'll give you a flat bottom. If we say OK, we look inside here and we can see that it's flat on the bottom. And of course, if you're just modeling this for aesthetics, that's not a big deal. We're going to lay our fret in here in a future video, which I haven't recorded at this point yet. I'm going to show you how I make the frets, and they'll sit in here and it'll look nice and pretty. It'll close up the end nice, but there will be a hollow underneath that fret. If you're going to use this model to actually cut your fretboard, then you need that curved bottom, because you want that fret to sit down on there. You want to be able to put a little CA glue, or however you do it, down in there and glue that fret and press it down in there on that CA glue and have it, nice. So with that said, if that's what you need, I do have a workaround. It isn't pretty, but I'm going to give it to you, and you can use it or not. It is the only way at this point that I have of doing it. I might have another solution I'm working on that has to do with when I make my frets and using the frets that I create to cut these slots, but it doesn't work yet because it's a circular reference. I use this fretboard to design the frets, so I can't bring the frets back into the fretboard to cut these slots. So yeah, fun. But in the meantime, what we can do is we can come in here and we can bring up let's edit our sketch, find that offset. Where is it? There it is. And what we're going to do is we're going to, instead of using the tang offset, what we want to do is we want to get it just barely inside the fret. So what I'm going to do is, right now, I think I explained in the fretboard video that depending on how you create your offsets, this offset would be negative or positive, depending on whether you want hidden frets or not. In my case, it took a positive number to get it outside for whatever reason. So what I need now is a negative number to bring it inside. Okay, so and I'm not going to use tang offset anymore. I don't want to bring it in that far. I just want to barely bring it inside. So I'm just going to say negative 0.001, and then I'm going to do the same on the offset on the other side, and I'm going to make that negative. Whatever value you had in here for not hidden, you're going to use the opposite, negative. If you have it positive, if it's negative right now, you're going to make it positive. I'm over explaining, I'm sure. Minus 0.001, and now we have these lines just barely inside. And you can't make it 0 for whatever reason. At 0, you'd think that, well, it's the same width now, it should work, but it doesn't. So I bring it just inside. If I bring it in 1/1000th of an inch, it works. I'm going to finish that sketch. I'm going to go to my extrude, and now I'm going to delete the object, and I'm going to select that face as my object. And now you see that worked. Okay, but of course what you'd expect is now we have a very thin wall on the side that we don't want. We need that to go away. And it's pretty easy to get away. You just have to select this face and do an extrude. And unfortunately, you can't do them all at once. You can only do one at a time. I just grab it and pull it out. It doesn't matter how far you go. Pull it out and extrude it and open it up. Flip it around. Select that face again. Extrude it. And there you go. And now you have that curved bottom. You can see in there that I hope you can see that it's curved down in the bottom of that slot to match your fret. So you're going to have 40 extrudes here. So I just go ahead and do them, and then create a group, of those to hide all of that mess. Do a create group, and just close them up. You can give it a name that says, whatever you want to call it, clean up fret slots or whatever. Okay, so that's all I've got for you there. I hope that helps. I hope that gets you whatever it is you need. Take care, and I'll see you down the road.